Hi everyone, I'm Dao Tuan Anh. This is my MST400 project submission, secure port to site VPN connection. I confirm this entirely my old work. I'll present my PowerPoint, do a live demo, and then share my reflection. Let me show you my Cloud Lab account. This is my Cloud Lab account. Let me walk you through the project scenario. The scenario is that our company has a Linux server in Azure, and remote employee need the secure access without exposing the server publicly. The solution is the port-to-site VPN using certificate-based authentication. Next is solution architecture. Here's my architecture. On the left side is my Azure VNet 192.168.18.0/24 in Canada Central. Inside, I have a gateway subnet at /27 hosting the VPN gateway, and a workload subnet at /27 with my Linux VM. The VPN gateway has a public IP. That's my local PC connect to a port-to-site tunnel. My PC get an IP from the 172.16.0.0/24 client pool. We route it into the VNet to read the VM private IP. Next is my virtual network and subnet. Here's my VNet configuration. I deleted the default subnet and created two named gateway subnet and workload subnet, but using my assigned 192.168.18.0/24 address space. The gateway subnet is /27 as recommended by Microsoft for VPN gateway deployment. Next is my VPN gateway configuration. My VPN gateway is a route-based VPN GW1 SQU deployed in the gateway subnet. It took about 30 to 40 minutes to revision. For the port-to-site, I configure the client address pool at 172.16.0.0/24, which does not overlap my VNet. Tunnel type is IKE version 2 and Open VPN with Azure certificate authentication. Next is my certificate-based authentication. I generated a self-site root certificate and a client certificate using PowerShell. The root certificate's public key is uploaded to Azure for validation. When my VPN client connects, Azure check the client certificate against the trusted root. This is how mutual authentication works. Next is my Linux virtual machine. My Linux VM is deployed in the workload subnet with SSH key authentication. Notice there's no public IP. The only way to read the VM is through the VPN tunnel using the private IP. Next, let me explain to you how port-to-site VPN works. Port-to-site VPN works in 4 steps. The VPN client initiates an encrypted tunnel to the VPN gateway public IP. The gateway validates the client certificate against the uploaded root certificate. Once authenticated, the client gets an IP from the 172.16.0.0/24 pool and is routed into the VNet. All traffic to private IP flow through this encrypted tunnel. The VM is never exposed to the internet. Next is testing approach. My testing approach had 3 parts: verify VPN connect, verify SSH work over the tunnel, and verify SSH fail without the tunnel. This rule the connection is VPN dependent. Next is my live demo. Now I do a live demo. I'll connect the VPN SSH into the VM, run some commands, then disconnect the VPN, and so does SSH fail. Let me switch in from PowerPoint to my desktop. And here is my VPN connection. I'll click connect to the Azure VPN. The status so connected. My PC is now in the port-to-site tunnel and has received an IP from the 172.16.0.0/24 pool. Let me validate my IP. So as you can see here, let me show you in Azure portal. I'm gonna go to my VPN, go to port-to-site configuration, and as you can see, from the allocated IP address, this is my IP for my local PC. Now I'll SSH to my Linux VM using its private IP. And this is the command to connect to my Linux VM. This is the key, and this is the IP 192.168.18.36. Let me enter. So I connected, and let me run verification command. So first, let me do the hostname. So the hostname confirm this is my Seneca ID. That's P2S VM. So let me do the who am I. So I'm logged in as the Azure user, and let me do the IPA command. It shows my VM private IP 192.168.18.36 on the Ethernet 0 interface. So this confirm I'm connected to my VM to the VPN tunnel. So now I'm gonna switch back to my VPN setting, and I click connect to prove my connection is VPN dependent. Click connect, and then let me go back. I'm gonna try to SSH to my Linux VM again. So as you can see, the connection is timing now. SSH cannot read 192.168.18.36 because without the VPN tunnel, my PC has no route to that private network. The network range is internal to Azure. It's not routable over the public internet. This rule, the VPN tunnel is required for access. So I'm done with my live demo. Let me go to my reflection. For my reflection, this project taught me three key things. First, I learned the full workflow of deploying a VPN gateway and configuring point-to-site VPN with certificate-based authentication. The certificate gen root certificate validating the client certificate is how Azure ensure only trusted device can connect. Second, I learned how private networking works in Azure. The VM has no public IP, which means it's completely isolated from the internet. The only access path is to the encrypted VPN tunnel. This is a real-world pattern for securing cloud infrastructure. For the challenge, the VPN gateway took about 40 minutes to deploy, which required patience and planning. Getting certificate generation right in PowerShell was tricky at first. The root certificate must be typed custom with certificate size, key use A, otherwise Azure won't accept it. I had to fix the SSH key file permission on Windows before SSH command would work. So overall, this project gave me hands-on experience with a real enterprise remote access pattern, and that's directly applicable to production cloud environment. That's everything. Thank you.